Well, a big focus. Former US President Donald Trump chose JD Vance, the rookie senator from Ohio, as his vice presidential pick. Trump made the announcement at the Republican National Convention that kicked off in Milwaukee just 2 days after he survived an assassination attempt at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania. The selection of Vance, who only joined the Senate in 2023, will likely alarm Ukraine and its supporters because Vance has been a key figure in blocking Ukraine aid, writing in April that he remains opposed to virtually any proposal for continued funding. But JD Vance's rapid rise from obscurity to the vice presidential nomination has been called an only in America tale, one that will shape what America is, for better or worse, for generations to come. Well, in the Senate, Vance has cultivated a dual identity as key Trump ally and leader of the GOP's populist national wing. But who will he be as a vice presidential candidate? Well, Voice of America correspondent Katherine Gypson joins us with the latest from Ground Zero. Thanks so much, Katherine, for making time for us. Back in 2016, during the election, Mr. Vance emerged as a vocal critic of Donald Trump. He actually told Charlie Rose that I'm never a Trump guy in 2016. On NPR, he said things like, I think that Trump's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place. And then he voted for Trump in 2020. He has undergone quite a dramatic transformation into a Maga power figure, right?
He absolutely has. You know, he once called Trump America's Hitler, was wildly critical of the former president. But of course, as we've seen, he has made the change now to become Trump's vice president. We see the images of him standing side by side with Trump for the very first time as we're speaking in the convention center in Milwaukee. He has expressed a desire to serve on this ticket because, as you mentioned, he is part of that nationalist populist wing of the Republican Party and believes that Donald Trump represents that for him as well.
Well, in the Senate, Vance has cultivated a bit of a dual identity as a key Trump ally. In fact, does the program for this convention provide a window into Trump's electoral strategy to keep up his populist appeal while peeling off voters who typically vote Democratic and who could swing key Rust Belt states and suburban areas in November?
Absolutely. So each night of this convention has a theme. Tonight's theme was making America wealthy again. A lot of the criticism from Trump's supporters of President Biden is that under the 4 years that he's been president, America's economy has suffered. They argue that with 4 more years of President Trump, America's economy will thrive once again. We'll see issues and themes like that throughout this convention each single night. And JD Vance, coming from Appalachia, one of the poorer parts of the United States, will be a key part of making that argument. In his book, Hillbilly Elegy, he argued that he pulled himself up on his own, worked his way up from poverty, obscurity, to now, look at him, standing on the stage of the Republican National Convention, the vice presidential nominee.